Hey guys, it's Anthony. Bitcoin's near all-time highs. We'll see how we got here by recapping Bitcoin's remarkable price history. Then we'll dive into the most recent patterns that developed this year. We'll see how this chart factors in. And finally, we'll map out the possibilities of Bitcoin's next move. So come along with me. Let's jump in and get started. So here we are on the weekly time frame of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has nearly reached its all-time high of about 74,000 back in March. It didn't quite reach it yet this week, but got close at about 73,600. So exciting times for Bitcoin. Now let's take a look back and see how we got here using the monthly time frame. Quick reminder, investing and trading involve risks, so be sure to read the disclaimer in the description before making any decisions based on this video. So you see here a lot of big price surges in Bitcoin, a lot of exponential movement. The large price jump back in 2017 over here when Bitcoin rose to 20,000 seems minuscule compared to the recent price spikes here in 2021 and 2024. So it's no secret, the growth has been pretty amazing, growing over 300 times in 2014, growing over 100 times in 2017, and then over 20 times in 2021, and now 4 times here from its low in 2024 so far. I break it down here for another way to digest. You'll see over 300 times increase in 2014, 100 times increase during the 2017 price jump. Growth has continued to decrease, but even the 20 times growth in 2021 is still pretty remarkable. Zoomed out on the monthly time frame like this, it doesn't seem like March of 2024 is near the top of the overall price jump. Just like how April's top in 2021 was not the top, which was hit in November of that year. Pattern 2024 looks much stronger here. 2021 also has a large encapsulating red bar. 2024 has small red bars in relation, and the consolidation is much tighter over here. Now, some traders are saying this looks like a nice bull flag here. I tend to disagree with that assessment because even though it looks nice on this end, if you look back and factor in 2021, you see that there's a lot of key levels we've been bouncing around from here, 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 and here. Now, if 2021 was much lower, maybe around here, and the consolidation over here was above it in newer price territory, then yes, I would have more confidence in treating it like a standard bull flag. But as it is now, I believe we simply have normal consolidation with the market trying to figure out its next move. Let's jump back to the weekly time frame and see what's been going on more recently. So we see the rapid price upswing that ended in March, then this consolidation here. We can draw the regression channel to see what's been going on more recently. Right here. You can see a couple weeks ago, price broke out of the channel and closed nicely above it. Then last week it tested it and ended up with a nice bounce. And now this week we're challenging all-time highs for March. Let's get rid of that. Now, a lot of people were able to anticipate this last move here in October. I'll show you how I did that. I like sticking with the daily time frame. Let's zoom out here to capture the March upswing. Right here, that's March. Using Bitcoin's past price action, I was expecting this large pullback here before continuing higher for a larger price spike. But we didn't get that. We got this choppy price action, failure to break out. So this signaled to me the market wasn't ready at that time. We could have gone for another big swing, so that brings us to here, around May. It failed again repeatedly and started developing this definite resistance level at around 70,000. So this could be a major key level months from now with the amount of times it's being tested here. So the next bearish trends were a bad sign for Bitcoin. But what was going on here in August was the global fears of the Japan carry trade. That was an extremely bearish catalyst that pulled down most of the markets. But in Bitcoin's case, it quickly bounced back. Now, it didn't do anything exciting for a while, but the lack of bears to keep price down was a good bullish sign. There were a lot of false breakouts to the upside, but even less strength to the downside. Now, here in October was the first uptrend for months, a higher high here and higher lows here. At this point, the odds were increasing for price challenging 70,000 again soon. So as you can see, it did that. A little pullback here and then quickly had a price spike. So where could we go from here? I like to use the anchored volume profile over here. And this helps us figure out the key levels that might not be so obvious. Let's zoom this out. I'll highlight the key levels I'm seeing here. Over here, around 59,000. Over here at 63,000. And here at 70 or 67,000. We'll use the horizontal ray to make it clearer. So around here, and here. And let's remove the anchor volume profile so we can see it better. There. So this here makes up my neutral zone where I'm uncertain and could be equally bullish or bearish. Let me change the colors to blue to signify that. Light blue. There. And then above here, if Bitcoin's price stays above here, I'm generally bullish. And if it's below here, I'm generally bearish. Let's refer back to the large price spikes. The bearish case can be made using the historical growth we talked about earlier, growing from 300 times, 100 times, to 20 times, to 4 times. You'll see that this sharp price increase has decreased by a large fraction every time. For instance, growing from over 100 times in 2017 to growing over only 20 times in 2021. So a good point for the bear case can be made by this 4 times move. One can argue that this 4 times move is already a good fraction of the last move, which was 20 times. Another point could be is that we've seen many bearish reversals this year. Over here, here. So this could just be the start of another bearish reversal. It would have to go into my neutral zone here and then into my bearish zone over here. Could it go lower? I think it's hard to tell right now. And on the weekly chart, there appears to be a lot of support at the 50,000 level. And if you factor in 2021, there appears to be a lot of additional support at the 50,000 level. We can bring up some indicators for the bull case. So here we have the RSI and the MACD. The MACD is doing the bullish MACD crossover here, signified by the teal MACD line going over the orange signal line. And then the RSI is strong. It's at 61. And it's not overbought yet. And I also have the RSI moving average in orange here. Price tends to get stronger when the RSI crosses up over the average. So let's remove that. So where could Bitcoin go? Assuming it breaks its all-time high here, 100,000 is a good number that many people are looking at for either this year or next year. So that could be a major key level. Some are saying that it could go to 200, 300,000. We could also project the last major upswing here, right about here to here, and then transpose it over here to this low, around there, adjust the chart. So that brings us to around 108,000. which is pretty close to the 100,000 key level round number. So that's two resistance targets in the same area. If I was long for the short term, I would look to peel out of my position in the 90,000s. One good thing to mention is that if price reaches and rejects the 100,000 level and it shoots back down, there's a lot of support around the 60 to 70,000 level from these two tops and all these tops back here. But that's looking a bit far ahead. We can look at the CoinMarketCap Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which is pretty interesting. It's at 59, which is pretty neutral, approaching greed, but not quite. It currently seems to be at a healthy bullish level, especially since it needs to break through the all-time high resistance that had been built up since March. So this will be interesting to keep track of in the coming weeks. Another thing we can look at is the Bitcoin power law model discovered in 2019 by mathematician Giovanni Santostasi here. It basically shows time and price on a logarithmic basis over Bitcoin's history. You'll notice the tight linear pattern it produces. If you go by this chart, it shows the high and low ends. You'll see on the low end, it's 37,000, and on the high end, almost 400,000. So that could be another price target on the bullish side. So let me clean this up with my neutral zone and price targets here. So I set the neutral zone here with the blue box. If price goes below it, I'll be bearish for now. And if price remains above it, for now, I'll be bullish. And I set the buy target below here at 50,000 and the sell target up here at 100,000. I'll set this to yellow actually, since we're not sure how high Bitcoin can go. I'd like to know what you all think. Do you think Bitcoin can go to 100,000 within the next 3 to 12 months? Do you think it can go higher, 200, 300,000? Does it go back down to 50,000? Let us know in the comments. So that's gonna do it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's always fun looking back and seeing the remarkable history of Bitcoin's price. We'll see if the recent upswing is able to follow through. If you like this content, we'll do this weekly, so please consider subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.